Well, the biggest puncher I feel at the 135 would probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But
when word spread that Gervonta Tank Davis had completely flattened a sparring partner during training for his upcoming fight with Jake Paul, the entire boxing world froze. Even Floyd Mayweather, usually calm and composed, couldn't keep silent this time. People who were in the gym said the moment was unreal. Everything stopped, the air went still, and all eyes were on Tank. The craziest part? Floyd Mayweather himself was standing right there, watching it all go down. What followed next had everyone talking, from fans to legends of the sport.
But I must say this, the most exciting fighter that's acting and fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta Tank Davis. When Gervonta Tank Davis go out there and fight, he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Because Pretty Boy Floyd, you couldn't go get no popcorn. You couldn't go get no soda. You couldn't go get no candy. You don't want to miss nothing.
It used to be sweet like candy between them. You didn't want to miss a single moment of that partnership. Floyd and Tank were inseparable, the perfect mix of experience and raw power. But when Gervonta Davis walked away from Mayweather Promotions last year, that bond completely shattered. Tank said he wanted independence, a chance to control his own career. Floyd, on the other hand, called it betrayal and claimed Tank forgot where he came from.
What set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of this.
Deal, he don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing.
It's exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal.
Yeah.
Tank don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
But lately, everything's changed. With Jake Paul stepping into the mix, Floyd Mayweather has started paying attention again. And it's not just out of rivalry or business interest. It's because Floyd knows exactly what kind of monster Gervonta Tank Davis becomes when he's fully locked in. According to people close to the situation, Floyd showed up at Tank's Miami gym last week. Not as a promoter, not as a mentor, but simply as a spectator. He didn't make an announcement or draw attention to himself. He just walked in quietly, nodded at Calvin Ford, Tank's longtime trainer, and stood off to the side. What he saw that day left him speechless. At one point, Tank looked lost, flat, disconnected, and unmotivated. The same man who once trained like every punch was life or death suddenly seemed distant from the sport that made him. Fans could see it. His movements were slower, his energy fell off, and that signature fire in his eyes just wasn't there anymore. It was as if the hunger that built him into a world champion had started to fade away.
I don't think Tank cares about what it does for the sport. I think, and I get it, like I was very open and honest with my last fight and the things around it. Tried not to be before because I didn't want anyone to, you know, not be excited for what was a good fight on paper, definitely. But when you kind of lose that love for the craft and the discipline and getting in the ring don't mean as much as it did when you was growing up and on the way up. I've kind of seen that in Tank. Now, he had a hard fight against Lamont Roach Jr. and that might have been a part of it. Like, wow, man, this is getting hard against fighters that I think I'm levels above, and turned out on the night that I wasn't. And not only that, with prize fighters, I hope, for the little people of the world, I hope Jake Paul gets absolutely starched by someone nearly half his size.
That's when the whispers turned into full-blown talk. People saying Tank wasn't fighting for greatness anymore, that he was just chasing paydays. Critics accuse him of caring more about million-dollar purses and championship belts, more about fame than legacy. Interview 6. Many fans started saying Tank had traded passion for paychecks, that he'd gone from chasing greatness to chasing views. They pointed out how he was stepping into the ring with influencers, YouTubers, and exhibition-style opponents instead of facing top-ranked contenders. To a lot of people, it looked like he'd lost his hunger for competition and was just cashing in on his name. But those close to Tank tell a different story.
Listen, man, he making 40 mil is what I hear. Get your money. Because listen, this sport is brutal, dog. We got hustle and bustle. And to put yourself in a position where you can make that kind of money, you can't be mad at Tank. Make your money, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, who gonna feed your kids? Who gonna take care of your family? Who gonna take care of you? So I ain't mad at Tank. Get your money, and at the end of the day, Jake Paul is in a league of his own. And hate on him or not, whatever, at the end of the day, he's bringing attention, and there's actual growth. There's good fights on the card. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at it, man. Jake Paul's on a lane of his own. It's great entertainment. It's boxing, but it's just a different sort.
But if you ask Jake Paul's camp, they'll tell you a completely different story. The man they're seeing across the ring in this build-up isn't some distracted, paycheck-chasing version of Gervonta Davis. It's the old Tank, the focused and ferocious one who built his reputation on pure destruction. His discipline is back, sharper than ever, and that killer instinct everyone thought had faded, it's alive and roaring.
Jake Paul versus Tank Davis, they just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. I think it's not a real fight. Jake just too big. Tank ain't gonna be able to get in from that jab. Jake land one good punch on Tank, it's over with.
Honestly, it does sound strange when you really think about it. Jake Paul is way bigger than Gervonta Tank Davis. We're talking about a guy who walks around at over 200 pounds, going up against someone who fights at around 147, maybe 150 at most, on paper. It makes absolutely no sense. The size difference alone looks crazy. But since it's an exhibition, people are willing to look past it. It's not about belts or rankings this time. It's about names, attention, and proving a point.
It bothered me at first, but and for a very short time, obviously it's not too much you could do about it if a guy doesn't want to fight you. But my thing is, just handle the business right. That's all. Just handle the business right. Don't think you're going to do bad business with me and think it's just going to be okay. No, we're going to call you out every single time. Don't duck a fight with me and fight a YouTuber that's 200 pounds and think it's okay. It's not okay. I don't care what, unless you took the proper, steps to do so. You could have told me that. You could have told me, all right, look, we're gonna take this Jake Paul fight, or your team could have reached out and be like, all right, look, we're gonna take the Jake Paul fight, and we'll circle back, or we won't. We just don't want to fight. It's cool, all right, but we're contracted to fight for a certain amount of purse and whatever the case may be. It's not. It don't work like that. You can't breach a contract.
Jake Paul might walk in the ring with every physical advantage you can name. Size, reach, and power. But Gervonta Tank Davis is coming to prove that raw strength means nothing against real skill. For Tank, this isn't just another exhibition match. It's a statement. He wants to show that precision, timing, and ring IQ can dismantle brute force every single time.
It's kind of weird because Jake Paul is extremely bigger than Tank. And but with it being a exhibition, it makes sense. It's fine. He got a big name that he's going to be fighting. But it really makes no sense because he's going to be weighing over 200 and some pounds. Tank's going to probably be weighing maybe at the most 147, 150. So I don't even understand why the fight is happening.
A lot of people are already labeling Jake Paul a bully for even agreeing to this matchup. The size difference alone has fans calling it unfair, a heavyweight taking on a man from the lightweight division. But if the rumors coming out of Gervonta Davis's camp are true, that underdog label might not last long. Because the way Tank's been performing behind closed doors, this fight could turn into a complete role reversal.
Tank looked very uncomfortable facing off. He just did. I've seen other face-off this Tank done. He gets in their face and they're intense and he looks good. He looked very meager up there. You've had 8 fights and you're gonna go tangle with Tank Davis. And the story instantly comes out. Jake is so much bigger. There is such a compliment to Jake within that insult. It is meant to be an insult. It is meant to take away from a potentially glorious moment for Jake. But where the compliment comes is it means the public believes he's gonna win. That's what it means.
After news of the knockout spread, word is Floyd Mayweather couldn't help but react. According to someone close to him, Floyd said, "He looks sharp, real sharp, but I just hope he stays smart. That Jake kid's no joke with his power." Coming from Floyd, that's a mix of praise and warning. He knows exactly what it takes to stay composed when the spotlight gets that bright.
Jake Paul, I think when he weighed in for Mike Tyson, was 227 pounds. That is, if I'm not mistaken, a 92-pound weight difference. Almost a 100-pound weight difference. It's insane. That is called one thing. That's called being a bully.
In a strange way, Tank might be doing something Floyd Mayweather never did, risking it all. Floyd built his legacy on perfection, on control, on never stepping into a fight unless every detail was calculated.
Floyd is still fighting exhibitions.
Yeah, I know. He's
That's an
fighting
option.
Tyson.
Yeah. What do you think of that one?
Man, Tyson was a great fighter, man. I understand it. But Tyson's 60, bro.
Yeah.
Floyd is what, 40, 46?
Right.
45? Tells you everything right there. Bro. I'm
He's-
not saying that you're wrong, but I'm saying it's a time for this. How about somebody dies in the ring? You think Floyd really gonna hit Tyson?
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. You know,
Oh, you think
you
he
look
really
at Jake versus Mike.
What he did? What he did?
And,
What Jake did?
Jake has
He was scared to hit
admitted.
him.
Jake has admitted that
Yeah,
he
he's
took it
scared to
easy.
hit him because he want to hurt him. He would have been the most hated guy in the world.
Yeah. No, for sure.
He would've hit that. He white too? He made it say that he's racist.
But it seems like
Let's take a step back for a second. Gervonta Tank Davis's entire career has always felt like two different stories running side by side. Inside the ring, he's electric. Explosive power, flawless timing, and a kind of knockout instinct that makes crowds hold their breath every time he throws a punch. But outside the ropes, it's been chaos, legal trouble, public drama, and constant controversy. And that mix of brilliance and turmoil has always defined him.
If you're really not happy with Tank, first off, don't watch Tank. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You support it, then what you doing? You can't not support and support at the same time, right? So if you're a boxing purist, then this fight with Roach is really more for you. It's going to be more up your alley, you know? If you just like all entertainment, all fights, all hypes, all everything, then you're going to want to tune in to the Tank and Paul show there, you know, because that's all for entertainment. What is it? For entertainment purposes only, right? It's just say like somewhere in the small print of the promotion. For entertainment, don't do this at home, kids. You know, so fine.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. For entertainment purposes only, you know. So it's money-making purposes only, you know. It is what it is, people.
Jake Paul might have the height, the reach, and an army of followers behind him. But Gervonta Tank Davis has something far more dangerous. Pure spite. Tank isn't stepping into this fight to entertain or to play along with the circus of influencer boxing. He's stepping in to destroy, to erase every headline that says social media saved the sport he bled for.
Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
So Tank's answer has been simple and savage. Silence followed by a knockout. He's shutting everyone up the only way he knows how. Putting bodies on the canvas. Since news of that sparring KO leaked, Jake Paul has gone unusually quiet. No trash talk, no skits, no viral jabs. The usual noise is gone. When the loudest guy in the room goes silent, you know something serious just happened, and the whole sport is watching to see if Jake can back up his size with grit when the bell rings.
He should beat Jake Paul, shouldn't he?
No, he shouldn't.
You don't think... Sorry, so I thought we were all unanimous here. Do you think that do you think Jake Paul beats Gervonta Davis?
70 pounds is 70 pounds.
Gervonta Davis is very small. 5'5".
He's tiny, bro.
5'5".
That's
You
what I'm
got
saying.
Jake Paul
He's a
6'1".
little man.
If
That's
Jake
what
Paul's
I'm saying.
tucking up,
move on,
and absorbing punishment and walking forward, then look, there's a way to run it.
Some people think Jake Paul's silence means he's locked in and focused. Others believe it's the opposite, that he's rattled, maybe even second-guessing what he's gotten himself into. Because if Tank Davis can drop heavyweights in sparring, what's going to happen when the lights are bright? The cameras are rolling and every punch lands with real intent? That question alone has the entire boxing world on edge.
We were yelling so much about him fighting someone, fight somebody your size. His next opponent is, by far, the most credentialed guy he's ever fought. There's one problem. He fights at 135 pounds.
It's the kind of look that sends chills down your spine. The look of a man who isn't just trying to win, but to end everything in front of him. That's the energy Gervonta Tank Davis is carrying right now. The rumored knockout clip still hasn't surfaced anywhere online, and the gym is keeping it completely locked down. No leaks, no footage, no statements. Tank's not talking either, just training in silence, which somehow makes it even more intimidating. So now the question is yours. Do you think Tank's raw power and precision are enough to stop a much bigger Jake Paul? Or do you think Floyd Mayweather's warning was right? That size and power might be too much this time? Let us know what you think down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Fight Fusion, and turn on notifications so you never miss another update from the world of boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Skill for skill, none of these guys can mess with me. Like, nobody. I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd. Like if I'm on my game. I take that back. Probably hand in hand. But skill wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more skills than me. Nobody.